All right, and welcome everybody to an episode of the Power Bombcast in person. Apologies in advance for the audio. It's going to be a little roomy, would you say?
A little roomy. It's a type of room. It certainly is, yes.
Yes, we sprung for nothing but the finest to celebrate Wrestlemania week, post-week, right? All right.
Mm-hmm.
We got a salt shaker, some tables.
We have 2 broken laundry machines.
Yes. And we're all in the same room, actually. That's the weird part that I didn't think about. We should probably talk about. Hey,
I'm looking at Shoot Jan.
I'm looking at Shoot Grubb, Shoot Dan.
I'm looking at Shoot Jan, Shoot Dan.
Yeah,
everybody's shooting.
Come on, cowboy.
Pew pew. I thought we were shooting here.
We're shooting, cowboy.
And Dan, you were at Wrestlemania, right?
Sure was.
You and I both watched.
I watched a lot of wrestling.
How many hours would you guesstimate it was?
Of sitting in a chair at a wrestling event?
Yeah. Not talking pre-show, just shoot.
Okay,
show.
if I had to guess about show-wise, Raw's 3, got strict TV time there.
Okay.
And I'm going to guess 5 for both nights, so I'm going to say 13 there. I went to SmackDown, so that's another 2.
Did you go to NXT?
I did not.
Oh.
I was at Mattel during NXT, so I was watching wrestling figures get made in crazy laser clay machines.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And getting scanned myself in a thing, so...
I can't wait to look at that B-roll.
You got that. Yeah, on the slowest ever hotel internet.
Yes. Nothing but the finest at this time.
Nope.
Yeah.
Spared no expense.
We might be next to someone's room right now.
I looked in there, kind of like, I did a vibe check. I don't think there's anybody in there.
Okay, all right.
They spared expenses.
They spared expenses, sorry.
Yes, trust me.
So gentlemen, while we're here all together, we thought, why not talk about wrestling? So we'll go through WrestleMania nights 1 and 2, and then maybe Raw, if we feel up to it.
And maybe the events surrounding Raw, around gorilla position and things like that.
Yes.
I don't know if we need to go beat by beat on Seth Rollins coming out and hearing chants and leaving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The bigger picture stuff, because WWE isn't just the WWE anymore. We've seen the rumors of it being sold to Saudi Arabia, entertaining Disney, other owners.
Comcast.
Mm-hmm. But now it's fusing with Endeavor.
Endeavor will be the owner, and that will be the parent company of UFC and WWE, which will trade under this new stock ticker TKO, actual company name to be determined. Interesting, I actually worked with Endeavor quite a bit when I was at WWE because they were the audio partner.
Yeah.
When I told the Twitching with your boys story and all that was Endeavor. Although Endeavor Audio is no longer, and now Endeavor is just the parent company of these larger entities. So yeah.
I don't know what to make of it. I don't know how to feel.
It's
about
wild.
it.
It's wild that for the longest time UFC and WWE are frequently mentioned in the same breath. And, a lot of marketing types and stuff. But it's combat sports, fans of combat sports. And it's well, it's 2 very different things. WWE has more of a Venn diagram with gamers and comic book fans. And UFC is more sports. But I get how if you're a business person or an outsider or something, you might be like, oh, it's guys beating each other up. It's
and
the same thing.
They're both live events, and it's that's what they're selling. So
and UFC has gotten bigger into entrances and the pageantry and things like that. WWE has tried to do some more kind of Brock and Riddle and kind of more of a presentation. Even Brock's presentation for the longest time with the gloves and the Jimmy John shorts. And,
what were they doing on Raw for a while?
Oh, Raw Underground. Shane McMahon, the hottest party in Florida. Just the dancers and Omos at the door.
Indeed. Oh my God.
Shane had functioning legs.
Well, I would love to see a Mortal Kombat style breakdown of the quads just.
The X-ray. Somebody has to have done
the Sniper Elite 5, the muscles exploding.
Yes.
But then the same one exploding a second time. Afterwards. His dad outdid him again, with 2 quads at the same time.
Like father, like son, I guess. Just not as impressive. Okay, so let's get into it, boys. First match of night 1 for the United States Championship: John Cena versus Austin Theory.
It was a John Cena match. It was, which are frequently very good. There wasn't a ton. There were some good promos behind it leading up to it, things like that. And ultimately, I thought the coolest thing was that like Austin Theory was idolized seeing that growing up, and I always think that's a cool story. Like, oh, Sean retiring Flair, and Theory, pictures of Theory as a kid dressed as Cena, and now he's facing him on the grand stage, and he beat him. Like, I think that is a really cool moment. The match itself, I thought, was a totally fine John Cena match.
Yeah.
And a clean win. Oh, was it clean? He hit him with the 8-count down. I can't remember if there was any shenanigans.
I don't remember any shenanigans.
Oh, he did tap.
Okay.
The ref, there was like a ref bump or something, and he tapped, and so.
Yeah, I thought John would have got a little bit more offense in, but I understand that he's Hollywood John now, so he wants to work safe.
They don't want to risk something like The Rock when he tore his ab off the bone.
Oh my
movies
God.
To do. Yeah.
Well, that's why Black Adam was the way it was.
Of course.
He was going to be a completely different movie.
Yep.
It changed the landscape in a different way. I thought it was messed up that they brought a Make-A-Wish kid though.
They brought 20 Make-A-Wish kids out with their hero, and then their hero loses.
I don't know what they're trying to teach the children here.
We have people peeking in this room.
They're just across the street. Or across the hall. It's all good.
Okay.
I will say, and not to like judge anyone's appearance, that's a bald spot on that man's head, John Cena.
Yeah.
Time comes for us all.
It's about where it was when I decided to get rid of it. Yeah.
And so, I mean, he's probably like doing a role and probably like has the hair for a role and stuff like that. But I wonder if he wasn't doing that, like if he would just like, I'm just gonna cut it off or whatever.
Couldn't you see him doing like a Moxley thing where it's like Moxley was balding, receding hairline, he just did like a cool like kind of fade thing, kind of hides. Like it works with Mox, but I don't think everyone can do that,
No. I feel like John also has like a very stoic attitude where he can't really rock the bald skin fade.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we do see him bald at some point. What if he just grows a big beard and is bald?
Listen, it's worked for some people, not everybody, but
Yeah. It's a good look. It's a very specific look as well. Yeah.
He played the hits. It was fine. Like Theory, they're obviously behind Theory. They gave him that whole. I mean, Vince must have given him that like Vince's protege thing. Vince doesn't just show up on TV like that.
No,
certainly not anymore.
I
guess. Oh, take him at his word. He's never lied about anything.
No.
Yeah. So look, the kid's really young. He's always been good in the ring, even back to his like indie days and everything. And he has really figured it out on the mic. So I put him in that camp of like him and Rhea as far as being very, very young and really having some stuff figured out very young. We'll get to Rhea. I think she is the ultimate of that example right now, but we'll get to her.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm still not 100% sold on Theory. I just can't get behind him.
The potential's there.
Yeah, totally.
And I see why they gave him this spot. But it wasn't the most exciting match.
I feel like he's in a better position than Drew McIntyre was when Drew was being pushed as the chosen one.
Yeah.
And I think he's kind of living up to it more. He's taking that role in stride.
He's easy to boo. He's just kind of that snotty, cocky. He plays it up. His new entrance is good. We're gonna see him for a long time.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens immediately next. Is he able to carry forward momentum?
Yes.
But for now, he did what he needed to do here.
Mm-hmm. Had a nice match with Ray on Raw.
I just don't know who's the big feud to put him over as a heel if it's not John.
Sure. Yeah. Where do we go from here? Yeah. I mean, time will tell if he's going to be here for a while.
Yeah. He's young, right?
He's like 25, 26.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel ancient now.
Yeah.
All right. Next match on the card, boys. Braun Strowman and Ricochet. The Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders.
Dude, Dawkins just trucking Strowman.
Wow.
Everyone loves Dawkins, and Strowman is Strowman. So it was just really, really fun to just see him just get taken down like that. Did you see Sammy's impression of Strowman?
No.
At the press conference? It was fucking hilarious. You gotta see this clip. Sammy is talking after night one at the press conference. Yeah. He's going like, I know people were getting into me and stuff like that, in the last couple months, but I'm not one of those guys that goes back through the curtain and tells everyone oh, did you hear that pop? Did you hear how over I am? So, I don't know why I'm doing a Strowman impersonation. And then Kevin Owens just starts cracking. I wonder why you're doing a Strowman impersonation.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, and he does a really good Strowman impersonation. But that was a good 4-way tag match.
Yeah, it was.
It was a cold match in that there wasn't any real meaning behind it or anything, but a bunch of big dudes, a bunch of cool athletic jumpy dudes.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, everyone really went for it. I really enjoyed that match. Yeah.
I thought Montez is definitely the standout of the Street Profits.
Always is.
Yeah. But Dawkins, man, there's like there's something behind him that I really, really enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Well, the improvement. I mean, he spent so long in NXT trying to find something that worked, and he got in better shape. He got better in the ring. He got a lot better on the mic.
Yes.
And like everyone's talking about, like, oh, Tez is going to be the Sean. He's going to be the Jannetty. I really hope that Dawkins doesn't just get Jannetty because he's a lot better than that. So, but it's undeniable how fucking good Montez is.
Right.
He's just that guy is a bolt of charisma. He's a freakish athlete.
Yep.
He's got everything you need.
Yeah. Maybe he should go against Theory.
A one-on-one feud between those two would kick ass. It really would. It would be so easy to cheer for Montez there. Yeah.
I still don't understand the tag team of Ricochet and Strowman, but I like Ricochet.
I think it came from Braun doing a bunch of dumb Braun tweets about like, power is always going to be better than flippy crap or whatever, and then like Ricochet shot back at him. And as far as I have not heard otherwise. I think it was a shoot exchange on Twitter, and then it turned into like, okay, people are talking about these two, and they're going to become an unlikely tag team duo, right? So whatever.
It was fine. It did not ruin. It did not hurt the match. They're teaming up together.
Yeah.
Chad Gable's suplex on Strowman.
Oh,
my
awesome.
God. We just like everyone getting offense on Strowman.
Yeah.
It
looked strong. It looked really strong. It was really well done.
Yeah. And I think he's done that spot before, but because it's at Mania. Oh, okay. Everyone's going to remember this.
Yeah.
Just that rolling, like, deadlift speed German. It's awesome, yeah.
Jesus Christ. I can't even, like squat down properly sometimes.
My knees would explode.
Yeah, I fell off the toilet. Yeah.
All right. Next match, Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Real good.
With interference from KSI. And according to Wrestling Reddit, no one knows who the fuck KSI is.
I have no idea why I was in the position in the press suite to explain to people who KSI is. Everyone's like, who the hell is that guy? And I was like, I think I know that. I think that's KSI. I don't know if he's a game streamer. I don't know what his deal is. No. I just, for some reason, knew that. I think like they boxed or something.
Yeah.
And KSI won. I think I heard that somewhere. And like, I knew who he was, and I think it's like his partner in the prime drink thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And look, I don't know anything about the dude, but like his face when the reveal happened was just that. He was like fucking Looney Tunes. It was great. What the fuck is the
someone's flushing the toilet?
Toilet flushing.
Hell yeah. That's how they felt about KSI.
Yeah.
Yes. It was really good. Logan's fucking like just that shit heel attitude, like when he was like flying to the ring doing the HBK thing, and it's It was really, really good.
Yeah, something that folks pointed out is Seth Rollins looked like he was dressed up as Magneto, and Logan Paul looked like he was dressed up as Wolverine, yet everyone is booing Logan Paul. And like cheering for Seth. Seth continues to be great. Seth is absolutely amazing.
There's no one better to put like someone who's very green in the business.
Right.
Like, put him in with Seth Rollins. Like I don't know if there's anybody in wrestling history like that would be better for a situation.
Maybe like Shawn Michaels.
But even then, like Shawn would be probably the first one to say right now that like Seth is more athletic and like look, Seth is a better wrestler than Shawn. Shawn's was incredible for the time, but like the bar is raised these days.
So much
Seth
better.
Can do everything Shawn ever did and a million other things. So
Shawn really kind of like Seth really kept ahead of Logan Paul, and it was like, Logan Paul's like trying to keep up with something finally, and I think that like made Logan go even harder. It was a good match.
Yeah.
And 4 for 4, Logan.
I don't understand it. Like, I know that the man is like super athletic, but like to continue to deliver each and every time. No matter if these folks criticizing him for practicing these matches and going through this beat by beat, he's still doing it better.
Look, I mean, fucking Ultimate Warrior had to be led and rehearsed through his matches, and he sucked. And he was a professional wrestler. Logan Paul is not, and he's doing it.
You have people calling matches like right on the spot and still can't keep up to the same caliber. It's insane. I hate that. I'm entertained by Logan Paul.
He's real good. That splash through the prime bottle thing was just funny as hell.
The table spot was so good.
It was awesome. And you could see it, but like they were all playing it perfectly. Like Logan Paul was getting so excited, he was like looking up. It's gonna be the big spray thing, so he's not looking at like Seth getting the hand up in the thing. And like we all know it's coming, but when it actually like pays off, it just feels cool.
Yeah.
I also like when Logan first came, it did seem like they were going to try to play him up like a babyface, and it's like I'm glad that they kind of sort of abandoned that, and they're just leaning into like a lot of people. It's very easy to hate this guy.
Yeah, it depends on the match. Like, was he one-on-one with The Miz, and that was his first match, or was he on a... I don't remember, but I remember when he fought Roman, he was definitely positioned as the babyface, because Roman was in full Roman mode, and, people were cheering for Logan. I was cheering for Logan. Like, that match with Roman was unbelievable.
Yeah.
God,
I almost need Moxley to go back to the WWE so Logan Paul can face all 3 members of the Shield.
Yeah.
Moxley's just beating the shit, bleeding all over Logan Paul.
It would still be a great match.
It would.
It would be fantastic.
Totally different style, yeah.
I think I was reading that Logan Paul's contract is like nearing completion.
I think it was at this event.
Oh,
but
that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, he's fucking young as hell, and I'm sure he's gonna do a bunch of other projects, and then at some point he'll come back for.
Yeah, they'll pay him again.
Yeah. I because at this point he's gone through Seth and Roman these last 2 matches. It's like other than maybe Brock. Who do you go against?
Logan Paul versus Brock Lesnar is a crazy thought. I never thought of that until now.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I would be intrigued.
I think Brock would be into it.
Brock is into whatever would make money, and that would make money. Seriously, people would get a Peacock subscription to watch that.
Yeah.
Or a fucking Super UFC subscription, whatever the fuck. I don't know how they do things, but yeah.
All right, next match, moving down the card, night 1. What are these sounds? I feel like someone's right behind this door.
Yeah, it's weird.
We have the team of Becky Lynch, the women's tag team champions, and Lita and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
It's a fun. It was the nostalgia match. Trish and Lita, and they both looked great. And
they had a bunch of good spots. Yeah.
Trish doing the callback suspenders to that old Wrestlemania she did.
I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's easy to root for them. Becky kicks ass. She's always awesome.
Yeah.
It's...
I'm glad that Dakota Kai was able to have a WrestleMania match after last year not even being employed by the company.
Well, and not just that. It's first of all, Dakota is awesome.
Yeah.
She is really, really great, and it's easy to root for her. And she grew up a big wrestling fan, and she loved Trish and Lita, and to see her at WrestleMania again, across the ring from them, I just felt really happy for Dakota.
Yeah. Glad that Bayley was able to be on the card this year also.
Instead of ding dong helloing Pirate Hulk Hogan or something.
Yeah. I would have paid so much money to see her belly to Bayley Hulk Hogan.
That doesn't work for him, brother.
And then Io Sky is just one of the best women's wrestlers that I need.
She's awesome.
I need to see her go fully unhinged.
You haven't seen the raw footage yet, but I talked to Io Sky about Japanese McDonald's.
Oh my god. Okay, well that is bumping up into the priority of editing now. We have my favorite match of night 1. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio.
Yep.
I was so happy about even before this match even started. It's we have this hilarious family feud match with the funniest fucking gimmick in a long time with Prison Dom. That entrance where he comes out like Super Shredder with a lucha mask. There's dancing Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yep.
There's the fucking Goldberg entrance with the handcuffs. He's out of prison. Why is he handcuffed? Did he go back? Did we miss a YouTube?
And the best answer is it doesn't matter because it's awesome. It's awesome.
His fucking facial expressions, when he threw the drink in his sister's face, he has that little shit facial expression and that whole demeanor down so fucking good.
Yes.
Dominic Mysterio is no joke one of my favorite people to see on television when I watch wrestling these days.
No, 100%.
It was so much fun to also be I have it on the TV in the family room. My wife's usually what is all this? And when that was happening, I got to explain. I was having so much fun. Eventually, she was kind of getting into it. She's like, "Wait, you got a teardrop tattoo?" I'm like, "Yeah."
How long was he in prison?
An hour. Yeah.
It's
90 minutes, baby.
It's objectively hilarious.
It's great. It's really well done. And then the match was just a lot of kind of funny spots of them of Ray just beating the crap out of him.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Whipping his ass with a belt.
Yeah, of course.
The LWO is back.
Oh
my god. Yeah.
Bad
Bunny got involved. Bad Bunny everybody saved the day.
Yes.
What is Michael Coleman doing for the past 20 years?
Right.
He sees all this happening.
Yes.
He can stop this. My one critique is I wish Dom would have come out to Eddie's music versus Eddie.
It's more of because he's got the hairstyle.
He's got the
He's doing
hairstyle.
I wish he was my dad. Like I do think it would have made sense. I think they just Dominic. Yeah, I think they just couldn't. They had the idea of the prison entrance.
Right, I
It
think-
wasn't good. Idea.
Right, that's why I was kind of okay with it, because the prison entrance was so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I get why they did it this way.
Yeah, the match itself was a good match. But like everything surrounding it was just so funny, and like I'm actually invested in the story, but also finding it just the funniest fucking thing.
Right.
This was a highlight for sure.
It's like a really good mid-card match. It's like one of the kind of the best setups you could have or something like that.
Totally.
Yeah.
I also think it's so funny that Finn Balor, like, this is night one, he's about to have a Hell in a Cell match tomorrow night, but he's still being a little shit in a purple bandana Saints Row cosplay.
It is one of the best stories of the last year is the turnaround of the Judgment Day from like lame edge goth dorks to like just hilarious shitheads.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know? Like they're all hilarious.
Yes,
They play their
I
roles
love
great.
The people that hang out at the mall too often.
Yeah, exactly. The LARPers.
Yeah. And then, not to get too ahead of ourselves with the stuff they're building for the next thing with them is that's gonna be hot as
Oh my god.
holy shit,
Yeah.
that crowd. Yeah, we'll get to that. Well, maybe we won't, because I know we're not going in depth on Raw. So just like the fact that they're being so smart with this building premium live events for the spot. Like, it's going to be in Montreal. We're going to have Sami Zayn in the main event.
Yeah.
We're going to Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny's agreed to do something. Let's put him in a tag match with Ray and Dom and Damien in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
That fucking crowd. They're setting themselves up for like obvious 100% home runs.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so smart.
Really smart stuff. It's really savvy in a way they haven't been in a very long time.
It's forward thinking. It's almost like when they put these plans together, they had people that could plan ahead and deliver on it and not change things on a whim.
Imagine that.
Yeah, so we'll see if this trend continues.
That's not relevant. They're gonna keep that momentum going. Don't worry. Nothing's gonna change.
But like talking about that though, I do like that they're building. There is this weird like, not friction. There's obviously friction, but like Damian Priest is ever so slightly conflicted about harming Bad Bunny. It's like, we're friends. Like we're both like,
I'll chokeslam you through a table, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
Yeah, it's like I have to do this.
Yeah.
Like
rules.
ex-con Dom is making me do this.
I love the idea of like that Sami thing was so special with that hometown crowd and this Puerto Rico crowd. It's gonna be like these are gonna be special moments that you can't just like manufacture.
Right. No, they are going to sell so many of those LWO shirts.
Oh
Yes.
Like,
I love it. I'm so glad they brought it.
I want to buy one.
Me too.
I heard several people at WrestleMania be like, "Is it okay if I?" buy that?"
That's how I felt too.
God. Yeah, and I'm glad that they're doing something finally with Legado del Fantasma, because like that group is like, oh man. Also, shouts out to formerly known as Zima Ion, because Homeboy's Filipino, but he's hanging out with a bunch of Hispanics.
And wearing the LWO shirt.
Yeah, and I'm looking at him, it's like, I know, like, one of these things is not like the other. We have next a fucking absolutely banger of a match for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. I was a little scared that this would be like your prototypical Charlotte squash.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people, at least online, felt that way. And I think a lot of people always forget that Charlotte Flair is an amazing athlete.
She is.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think she just doesn't get placed in the proper stories. She gets pushed as a face when like she plays heel so much better.
Sometimes she doesn't really help herself with things.
Right.
And, yeah, the fan reaction and perception and things like that.
Yeah.
But she is really good in the ring. She
Yeah.
really is. I thought going in that there's a good chance because like Rhea had so much momentum. I was like, if you asked me beforehand, I would have said Rhea would probably win.
Yeah.
But I would not have expected to like it the way I did because there wasn't too much heat going into the match. The only thing I think Rhea is one of the most must-see people in wrestling right now.
Sure.
So I was happy to see her win.
Yeah.
But I did not think I would get so into it because the story I didn't really
Right.
care going in. But it was undeniable. It had kind of that slow start and it built up, and that last like half of the match.
Yeah.
Like in the press suite, people were like banging their fists and yelling, and like normally we're composed journalists up there.
Right.
Me and Alvarez and Sean Ross Sapp. No, but people were all marking out. I mean, Rhea just looked like $1 million fucking bucks the entire time. And give it to Charlotte too. It's not a one-way street.
No,
she
totally.
carried her end. But what a star! Like she was already a star, but this is like the performance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, God, Rhea Ripley. I just want to see her tear through the whole roster.
Right.
She's 26 and she's this good. 26 years old. Hello.
Hello, Joe.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, no problem. Feel free.
Do you have any thoughts on Wrestlemania? We're making a podcast.
Sorry? Oh, no. Sorry.
No,
You're fine.
You're
It's
fine.
not your fault.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Guest stars. That's from the hotel.
Yeah, so anything can happen here
Yes.
on the Power Bombcast.
Yes, that's right. We had a run.
I mean, for me, there were a lot of good matches this weekend. I think this is the match I got the most into. I think this might be my favorite match of the weekend.
Yeah, I think because I was expecting to be excited about whatever Rhea Ripley was doing. I think Charlotte Flair really brought it, and that's what really kind of took it over for me.
The turnbuckle spot where Charlotte looked like she just died.
There were a few spots.
Yeah.
She got, suplex on her fucking face. She was bumping her ass off.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know, like it's definitely not a passing of the torch moment, but it definitely feels better that there's more women in the division that feel like these are top contenders. These are superstars.
Yeah, even like on Raw, just even getting the tease, Bianca and Rhea just say, hey, someday we're gonna. It's like, look, they fought before, but they were not where they are now. They are different performers at this point. You know?
Yeah, Bianca in NXT is 500% different than Bianca now.
Yes.
And Rhea
especially.
Look at Rhea in like the Mae Young Classic where she was just like blonde, jacked, and like that was kind of her character. And now,
those two are specifically like two of the best NXT success stories.
Yeah.
Right? Because like Bianca wasn't an indie wrestler.
No, she was through the system.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Rhea, I think, had some time on the indies, like maybe in like New Zealand or Australia.
Right. But nothing like where I don't even know what her name on the indies was.
No, I don't either. Like she is something special. Bianca is clearly something special already.
Yeah.
Rhea is, it's the way that like when you saw the rise of like Paige or the rise of the Four Horsewomen. And it's like, these are going to be important figures in women's wrestling history.
Yeah.
Rhea and Bianca are absolutely there.
Yeah, I could see that further down the line, maybe like 1-2 years of like being the marquee match, like easily.
Yeah. If the main event next year was Bianca versus Rhea,
Right, that'd be huge.
I'm in.
That's massive.
Like even if it's not for the title,
Yeah.
I could see it. I don't know what's next for Charlotte after this.
I never know, because it's like, they've given her the belt so many damn times.
Yeah.
She's not retiring anytime soon, so it's like, are they going to make a big deal out of her beating her dad's record? And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, all of her reigns were like fucking 2 weeks, and then they didn't mean anything, and it's just, she just pops up out of nowhere and wins the title with no heat behind it. It's, it seems arbitrary. It's her run has been a weird one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did she like go for the tag belts with someone? Maybe just like.
I mean, even just hearing it, I'm just like, I don't care. Like, what possible pairing would? Who cares? Like.
Yeah, I can't think of a pairing. Honestly.
No. You could do the nostalgia thing like Becky's doing with Lita. But
what nostalgia can you pair up with Charlotte?
Charlotte already faced Trish at at Evolution, I think. It's like I just don't know what outside of like a major character change that I don't like. She doesn't work as a babyface. As a heel, she's got that one gear of just like I'm the best and I'm I'm the queen. There's nothing to it.
Yeah. She's 100% capable of so much.
She's incredibly talented. Yes.
Yeah, incredibly talented. I just wish they gave her something of substance, or that she would be open to something else. I thought, what if they pair her with Alexa Bliss? But that doesn't seem.
Nope.
What
if she had spooky magic powers and hung out with Uncle Howdy?
Okay, now man.
Yeah.
Maybe Charlotte should go to jail.
Yeah.
Jail Charlotte. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Rhea and Charlotte now feud over Dom instead of the belt.
I mean, that sounds more interesting than the last 5 years of Charlotte's.
Dom on a ladder match. We have the ultimate kind of cool down match before the main event with Pat McAfee versus The Miz. Best part of this match, Corey Graves.
I did not hear.
You were in the press box.
We had like a weird echo thing going on, so I don't think I heard a lot of it. Yeah.
Corey Graves is pretty much threatening to quit on the spot during this whole match. He's like, I don't care, Cole, if he's your best friend. Like, I'm gonna leave. How come we can keep doing this? They won't clear me.
I love Corey being jealous of best friend of Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee.
And I love how shoot excited Michael Cole is, dude, anytime to see Pat McAfee.
It's real too. And like, I know you can't see him on TV much, but I was watching him for a lot of Mania. Like, he is standing up and jumping up and down and like just pacing around and stuff like.
Oh, that's
Michael
cool.
Cole. I'm glad he's starting to get the respect he deserves because there was like they did the heel thing with him, and for like 8 years afterwards, he got booed mercilessly whenever he came out.
Yeah.
Now it's like he comes out and people cheer him. Like I think people like everyone speaks very highly of him, from performers to like he manages the commentary folks and a lot of people at WWE. And I know a lot of people that work directly for him, and he's great. Like Michael Cole is so fucking good at his job, and there's nothing but respect for that.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect also for The Miz for being completely fine.
Yeah, Miz is great.
The Miz is I was talking with people I was at the press junket with, and The Miz is the guy that like, he's the perfect WWE superstar.
Yes.
He'll do the reality show, he'll do the Tonight Show, he'll get to the press junket early, and he will give every single interview everything he's got and be really good at it. He'll go in there and job for everyone, he'll job for celebrities, he'll make everyone look strong, he's safe in the ring, he is just like, you could not build a guy in the lab to be a better, quote, WWE superstar.
And I can't think of like another person that will, in the next couple of years at least, be able to slot into that.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Miz is one of a kind.
He is.
Yeah.
It's really an astonishing career, like one of the best ever, honestly.
Like, honestly, I would not mind another run at the title.
No, I mean, he had one during the pandemic.
Yeah.
It was short, but he's the thing, he's believable as champion too. He's not just a comedy act.
Right.
Like, he can turn on that intensity when he's look at the fucking Daniel Bryan Intercontinental Champion. Like, you go back to the Indies thing. Like, he can do it all. Like, he's not gonna be your 5-star Iron Man guy or anything, but you're always gonna want to watch him.
Yeah, he's a great promo all the time.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, boys. The main event of night one, the Undisputed Tag Team Championships, the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
It's long build, huge payoff, and I thought the match was like exactly what it could have been. They really built it up and they really delivered on it.
Those guys, all four of them, are so good at building to like a crescendo.
Yeah.
Like, just doing this spot with like all the luva kicks and the finishers.
Oh,
and man, you're just talking about 4 absolute pros that know exactly what they're doing. Veterans, guys that went, up through Reseda and the Indies, and the guys that came straight through the WWE system, working perfectly together. Every one of those 4 dudes is just top notch.
Yeah, that last promo they did on SmackDown before, it was really, really, really good. They really they set everything up perfectly, and then the match just some really awesome spots. Kicking out of the one and done was really like that was the right time to pull the trigger for that.
Yeah. Sami Zayn just not dying.
Yeah.
Sammy's another something special, and I don't think it didn't end with him losing in Montreal. Like, he is going to continue to be a big part of WWE. And like, fans are. I forgot who said it first, but he's got almost a Mick Foley-like quality to him. Not in the way he wrestles, but in the way that like you can just tell that as a genuine person, and it is so easy to get behind. Not the character, just the character, but like the man. Like, you can just tell, like, this is a likable human being. You want to cheer. Same with Owens, and that's why they work so well as a team. They got the actual real life history and everything. The Usos have been incredible villains for so long now. It's just everything clicked here.
Something that was interesting is that in like the pre-match promo, like the video package, they were really singling out every individual in that match. Like, Jimmy mattered, Jay mattered, in a way that neither of them have been presented since, like, main event Jay.
I mean, that's the thing. Before the main event Jay thing, Jimmy and Jay were never presented as individual people.
No.
Ever. They were the Usos. They paint
Yeah,
their face the same, their hair is the same, they do the moves the same.
Yeah.
And then the Bloodline storyline has done so many things well. And I think like differentiating these two guys and giving them each very different identifiable characters, like it's really fucking good.
Also, Kevin Owens now has main evented a night in 2 different WrestleManias.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Talk about a guy that a few years ago people were like, oh my god, I can't believe he didn't sign with AEW. Look at him.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Dude.
He'd be fucking in a mid-card feud with fucking,
Right.
I don't even fucking know over there. Like,
And he's crucial to WWE. He's so important to their future, yeah.
they clearly believe in him
Yes.
so much to put him in these spots. Like, hey, why don't you wrestle Stone Cold and keep him safe and make it a good program?
Right,
And
well,
then-
take over the Stunner. The Stunner's yours now,
yeah. And people thought he was too indie, he would never work in WWE, but like, he even won over Vince.
Yes,
and stuff,
dude,
you know?
yeah.
It's like everyone loves that guy.
Well, I mean, I think him and Sammy both brought like what the WWE needed. WWE didn't really need to like transform into like what they brought, but they needed to incorporate it, and those guys both figured out how to navigate that.
Yeah.
And now it's made WWE way better.
Yeah.
Up until now, we're up through this point though, really predictable in terms of the outcomes, right?
Yes.
I mean, it only bothers me a little bit because most of it's like, well, I still wanted it all to go this way, and it all felt like payoffs, not like, oh, I knew it was going to happen because it's so predictable. I knew it was going to happen because these are the logical payoffs for these storylines.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe they were just saving up for a big surprise, but
That's the other thing I'm like thinking is like they might have been going predictable with everything else because of what's going to happen.
Yes.
The other night too.
Yes. That said, like, I mean, Meltzer came out and said, like, I think that was the best night of WrestleMania I've ever watched, and it's like, moment to moment, like, look, X7 is my favorite, and it's got some really high highs, but in terms of just a consistent. Awesome fucking show, like, this was, I was really into everything going on.
Yeah, the only thing that was missing for me, a ladder match.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just like a good ladder match.
I love a good ladder match, especially at Mania.
Yep.
Any other additional thoughts on night 1?
I just want to say, because I don't know when else I would say it, the stage and just the presentation.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
I was just thinking about that. Like, can you imagine if in like 1985, 1986, the first couple Manias, if you go back in time and show anyone, like, this is what it's going to look like in a few decades.
Yeah.
And it is unrivaled in entertainment.
No.
The fucking spectacle and the way it looks in person.
Yeah.
It's the stage. When I realized, like, I was just like kind of marveling at the stage before the show started.
Yeah.
And then the show started, and during the like entrances, I'm like, oh my god, the fucking stairs are LED screens, and we can do stuff with that. And God, the pyro, just everything.
And even like just the pillars of lighting that kind of like shooting down on the stage and like suspended up there. I'm like, man, it's so intricate and visually interesting. It was really well designed across the board.
Yeah, no other sport can get to this.
As far as I know, globally, I don't really.
Because I mean, even if you look at New Japan, like it's a very subdued set.
Right.
Yeah. They primarily just light the ring, and I love AEW, like some of the best wrestling you'll ever watch.
Yep.
I just don't think they are capable of getting to that grand stage in the next 2-3 years.
No, you're talking about a company that has been doing this week in, week out, packing up everything, moving into the next town, setting up these grand fucking stage shows for so long. AEW's got a lot of veterans of the production. What is it?
I was looking at the better.
No, there is. What do we got going on here? Are we gonna have some more guests? It's just they're absolutely unrivaled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like with this merger with Endeavor, like I only just see the flash and pizzazz getting more extravagant. Especially with like the pre-match type of things. They're already doing these post-match sit-down interviews that I don't really care for.
Sure, yeah.
But like, I feel like this partnership with UFC is going to push them into the mainstream in a way that they haven't been in a while.
And are they going to share resources? Are we going to see production people that are like with both companies, and we start seeing like some similar presentation stuff? Also, I noticed during the showcase match they had the TurboTax stuff everywhere. Like it was on the apron, the barricades, and I don't know if it showed on TV, but every divider of all the sections in the bowl, you saw it, and it's like, man, look, I know people don't like ads and stuff like that, but like, you want to talk about an easy way to make a shit ton of money?
Yep.
Like, You got the strings.
I was aware of TurboTax.
I was too.
I was very aware of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, yeah.
Ooh, that's the Cinnamon Toast Crunch thing. I think that added to it because that was a ridiculous wrestling.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And they were good. I was wondering when I saw that into it, TurboTax thing. I was like, oh fuck, are we gonna see this during like Roman versus Cody? Are we gonna see? And they were smart about like they used it for like the showcase matches. They knew which ones were like, or even like Ray and Dom, like we're gonna have some razzmatazz stuff going on. Let's have some silly Cinnamon Toast Crunch stuff. So look. Whatever people think about ads, whatever, they are. That is easy fucking money.
Yes.
I mean, like one of my favorite memories in wrestling is hearing JR talk about Skittles.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And like, hey, I thought about buying a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch after that.
I got one.
There you go.
I got one right Mr.
Yeah. All right. Night one, fucking wall to wall. Like,
it was great.
People unanimously, like I went to the WrestleCon hotel bar afterwards, everyone was just talking about it, and it, like unanimously, like, holy shit, what a WrestleMania.
Yep.
Yeah. If you told me that was the card alone, like, all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good standalone WrestleMania card.
Yeah. It's the length of a normal pay-per-view, like that's just right there, one of the great pay-per-views of all time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to night two. Opening night two, we got Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Shouts out to my Homo sapiens.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a Brock Lesnar match.
I think it's what it should have been. It was short. You tell a simple story of like, well, I guess the story didn't really play into the finish because the story I thought was going to be like Brock keeps trying to German suplex because that's what Brock's brain always is. I'm going to suplex.
Right.
And even if it kept hurting himself, that's all he knows. Like he's just going to keep doing it. Then he kept selling stuff and it was like he did that first attempt at an F5 and it kind of like buckled like his back. It's like, oh, that's cool. It's like Brock going to hurt himself because Omos is so big and Omos finishes him, but then Brock just won. So
right.
But we got to see Brock Lesnar fucking F5 Omos, which. Look, you show me Brock Lesnar F5ing a dude that you shouldn't be able to pick up, I'm going to like it.
Yep, me too.
It's cool to see.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's one thing you could do with that match. It's, maybe you could have done something more, but whatever. They did the one thing they needed.
Yeah, and it was short. It was inoffensive.
Exactly.
I don't need to see... Look, I'd rather that than, like, let's do another fucking Brock match that disappoints, like a couple of those Roman ones, or the Dean Ambrose one.
Right.
Like, look, Brock's incredible, but, like, he's not 100% success rate.
No. I was kind of hoping that they'd replicate the Brock Lesnar Big Show spots from SmackDowns of yore, just because the youth have not seen these.
Jumping off a forklift or like destroying the ring.
Destroying the ring.
Yeah.
Oh god. Not enough ring destruction. This Mania. It was fine. It was completely fine.
It was good.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Inoffensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Next match on the card. We have the team of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville.
I don't give a shit about any one of these teams. The only team that makes sense in their pairing is Ronda and Shayna, but Ronda fucking sucks right now.
Yep.
And it's like, look, Ronda debuted, had a really hot big WrestleMania match with a great story and stuff, and everything has been diminishing returns since then. And it has, accelerated the decline in the last year. This last run, she's not fun to watch. No one's into it. Like, I like Shayna. Shayna's great, but Ronda's
obviously not into it.
No, she's not. It's just like, get her out of there. Like, she's not a good promo. She's not fun in the ring. She's not someone you can root for. It's like, I don't care. I do not care.
It was kind of a waste of a match, and that I kind of don't get it. Like, why have her? They got to know that Ronda's not fun to watch, right? Why are we doubling down on her in any way?
Well, I will say this: Ronda is right with what she says about like the women's storylines as of late. Even the title matches did not have real stories or builds going into it. This, like, you're seeing 4 teams that were just kind of thrown together, no heat behind it, no reason for it to happen. Like, Ronda, like, I'm not a Ronda fan, but she is right about there has been a decline in women's booking in the last, like, I feel like during the 4 Horsewoman era and stuff, like, there was some really, like, they were a focus. They were getting real storylines and stuff. It seems like an afterthought to them now.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, she's right about that.
Yeah. I feel like they could have done something with Liv. I really am particular to Shotzi.
Why the fuck is she with Natalya?
I don't know. I feel like Natalya, no offense to Natalya, just like an immediate like buzzkill.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Good that when she pulls out the heart spots, but I feel like that's all she does now.
Michael Cole being like, oh my god, she's doing a double sharpshooter. Yeah, we've seen her do it fucking 20 times before. Yeah.
I do like Chelsea Green's character though.
It's a good. It's good for her, I would say. Yeah. Keep her as like a comedic character that's like backstage vignettes and the occasional match. And, sure. Yeah.
Yes. I feel like the women's division definitely needs more of that.
Yeah.
Oh boys. Yeah. Next match on the card. The meatiest match. Oh sure. The Wildberry Acai Smash.
Yeah.
For the Intercontinental Championship, we have Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus.
This is exactly what you wanted from this match.
It was awesome. It was awesome. They did a great job. They really did just beat the hell out of each other.
Yep.
And everyone got so excited about it.
Yep.
Michael Cole was awesome on this. Everyone was just having such a good time. And it's like, it's like, I remember it's like, Michael Cole, like, I can't believe I'm so excited about all this violence. I'm like, I can. It's awesome. It rules.
That's the thing. So many matches on both nights felt so different. You know.
Exactly.
Think about like during the heyday of takeovers when they were all like 5-star match after 5-star match, and it's like you kind of got exhausted because it was all kind of that same
fake finish, false
finishes, a lot of that work rate, indie style, which objectively amazing matches. But you get kind of fatigued.
Totally.
And you want those, as Triple H toasts in different flavors of ice cream and stuff. Like, this had that. You just want to see big-ass European dudes beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah.
You've got the random, silly, fun Family Feud story. You've got the big-time bloodline matches. Like, I felt like every single time a new match was coming up, it's like, and now for something different.
That was the strength of this Wrestlemania for sure.
Yeah.
That variety.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. The Intercontinental Championship has never felt this important.
Yeah, they really got it. There's some heat behind it, in a way that I've never seen before.
Yeah, I think Cole said it the best. It's like, this is the working man's championship.
Yeah.
And like hardcore it is, because who the fuck is going to take on Gunther if it's not one of these two fuckers?
Well, and the IC title was always seen as like the stepping stone title, where it's like, okay, if somebody really gets over in this role, maybe they're prepped for the main event.
Yeah.
And try to tell me that Gunther's not ready for the fucking main event.
Gunther's perfect.
Yeah.
Like not to jump too ahead, but like if Cody had won,
oh my god,
that'd be the immediate first.
Yep,
that's Rocky Drago.
Yeah, that's
I would have loved that.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah, that would have been amazing. It could still happen down the line. The chops on this, and just hearing, because I guess I've never thought about how violent chops actually are until Titus explained. It's like, no, they're cutting into each other's skin, like they're evaporating each other's chest skin. And it's like, oh,
it's kind of a great wrestling thing, because you can make it sound real because it is real, but there's very little risk of doing actual, like, you're not going to break any bones, you're not going to like give someone a heart attack. It's like they're pretty cool.
I'm also a big fan of Gunther just having like a regular ass like power bomb that looks absolutely devastating.
He makes it look great.
Yep.
He shoves you down in a way, like, there's like the Nash style where he just kind of drops you, and but no, Gunther looks like he's driving you into hell.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And I still think there's more story here. Definitely more story. Like whether it's between Drew and Sheamus, or because Sheamus still has that title to chase to fill out his collection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Sheamus is like, this is the last like year or so, Sheamus' career has been the best, and he's getting recognized for it. He's always been a dependable dude on the roster, but like he's really showing that like maybe he was overlooked. Maybe he's better than people gave him credit for all these years.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Like I don't know why I'm still tied to the idea that I'd love to see like a Kenny Omega Sheamus match.
Dude, that would probably kick ass.
Like, can you imagine a Will Ospreay versus Sheamus match? Like, how insane!
What does that look like?
Yeah, I kind of need to see that. Yeah.
Has Will Ospreay gone against like Lance Archer? He probably
at some point, probably.
Right? Like, it'd be like that, but better.
Yeah.
No offense to Lance Archer.
No.
Please don't murder me. For the Raw Women's Championship, we have Bianca Belair versus Asuka. I mean, like, these are two of the best women's wrestlers.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I wish there was more of a story.
Yeah.
Because, a cold match can be really good, as we saw with Rhea and Charlotte, but you do kind of limit yourselves, and there just wasn't any story there, other than, like, here's two really good wrestlers having a really good match.
Yeah.
I'll say, I love Bianca's WrestleMania. entrances. I really do. And
Yeah.
this one, like, I'm sure a lot of people heard the
This
story about
story,
the girl and her mother and everything. Like, even before I knew that, it's just like, there's just a positivity to Bianca that is so infectious, and it's very real. Anyone who's ever worked with her will say she is the nicest fucking human being.
Yeah.
And I genuinely, like, I kind of get like tear up like when I saw her entrance, and it's just this like triumphant thing, and just the confidence she's got, and she's just earned so much, and she's improved so much, and she was fucking good to begin with. It's like, I find it very, very easy to root for Bianca Belair.
How do you feel about the idea that she is the future John Cena?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I love
You
that.
know, like she's invincible in a way, but she's still completely credible that she could lose this.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, is like, she's outside of like that first battle royal that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
She's been in 3 WrestleManias. She's had major victories, either winning the title or defending the title every time.
Yeah.
I don't hear anyone complaining.
Like, you look at that track record. You have Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Asuka.
In all great matches.
All great
And she won all of them. Like,
Yeah.
Make her the new John Cena, make her the new Undertaker, make her, like, just give her the world, because, I mean, everyone's going to root for her. She
I think she really does have that global appeal to an audience that would have been they were tuning in, but it's like, no, she really looks like me, and she behaves like, she doesn't hide that she's like, no, this is who I am. And I think bringing out all those little girls who are like, I want to be just like Bianca, I was like, oh man, of course they're out there like idolizing her already.
How would you not?
Exactly.
If you're out there with an entrance to look at her, like, you just seem like the coolest person on the planet.
Exactly, and it's like, I think they should really lean into that and make that her superpower and let her be John Cena.
Do all the make
Like,
wishes and everything.
Yeah, she connects to the kids in a similar way Bailey did when Bailey was like super hugging and everything.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like in a more, like, she can go further with it.
Yeah,
And here's the thing too, the Bailey stuff was great, and Bailey did a great job with the hugger gimmick and everything, but it felt like a gimmick.
Yes. Yeah.
Bianca is that person. She is that inspiring, incredibly confident. Like, it's kind of tough, because like, I would, like Cena, I would love to see a heel run, because I know Bianca would kick ass at it. But how do you boo her? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That Avalanche KOD. Oh my god.
No, dude, that always looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And just the crazy awareness she has whenever she, just the little things, the like fucking springboard thing, the against the ropes, to like have to hold the fucking braid, and she does it so effortlessly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the story about when she was training at the Performance Center, and she'd never seen like a 450 splash, and she's like, oh, okay, so how do you do that? And somebody like, oh,
Yes,
so here's how you do a
this is
450.
an amazing
She's like,
video.
okay. She goes up on the turnbuckle and just executes the most picture perfect 450 splash the first time she ever tried it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
What a
She's
athlete.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. I can't fucking wait to see more Mania matches with Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't know who's next for her, but I think they want her to perhaps, because what's Becky's record with a belt?
Mania?
Or no, holding the title. It's pretty.
She's had it, because remember Becky won it at 35 in the main event against Ronda and Charlotte, and then the Raw after Mania the next year, pandemic era,
Right.
she gave it to Asuka because she announced the pregnancy.
So another thing, they could be going for long est.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
She might already be pretty damn close at that.
She has to be, right?
I mean, Becky's probably the second closest that I can think of. Well, I don't know if we might go back to like a Lunder Blaze where there wasn't a women's title match for like 4 years in a row or something.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other part that I feel like doesn't get mentioned enough is that Bianca makes all of her own gear.
Yeah, and the Street Profits.
And the Street Profits, yeah.
She didn't have, it was like a recent European tour, I think. And she, because they were going from bus to bus and everything, so she normally has like a sewing machine in her hotel room that she makes gear in. She didn't have access to it because of the bus rides. She was hand sewing her pay-per-view gear in a bus in Europe and putting it together, and it looked awesome.
I mean, I think that also she knows what she needs way better than anyone who's been in the institution of WWE for so long. It's like what was this black woman like? What's gonna make her step? They're not gonna get it. And I think that's
You let her do her thing.
You let her do her thing.
Yeah. And I feel like in a way with other like women of color in the WWE, like they just don't properly dress them properly or even makeup. in like a proper way. Like it's almost too showy, and it just doesn't translate well. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the people in charge, and
Wow.
shocking that they wouldn't know how that works. Triple H will get credit for like, with like Hit Row when they were around with Swerve and everything. He would tell them like at NXT, it's like, listen, I'm not going to be the guy to tell you how to look and how to do this, like, Cypher segment and stuff like that. Like, you guys do it, Like, good on Triple H there.
Yeah.
And nothing will ever change. Triple H.
Nothing will ever change.
Triple H.
Yes.
Yeah, he should just like address everyone at the start of each show, tell them nothing's going to change.
Reassure us and we can trust, and nothing will change.
Next we have the most confusing
Oh.
sequence with The Miz and Snoop Dogg. The Miz confronting Snoop because of his impromptu match. And then Shane McMahon comes out, does his little dozy-do, and then blows up his leg.
Serious question? Has there ever in 40 years been a funnier thing that's happened at WrestleMania? I was trying to think of it. I was like looking up old WrestleManias, and I certainly laughed. Intentional and unintentional funny things in WrestleMania. Has there ever been a funnier thing?
Was the Money in the Bank where they climbed Titan Towers? That was Money in the Bank.
That was Money in the Bank, yeah.
Okay, well that was hilarious, but No.
I don't know if I've ever found something funnier.
He is the sweatiest man.
So where I was sitting, it's where like when they cart people out or whatever, it's right there. And so I was right next to Shane when they brought him by. I've never seen someone more profusely dripping sweat. And like, he went down the ramp and jumped once. And he was just squirting sweat everywhere.
He was like, he did the backwards run. Come on.
I guess that's part of the entrance.
Yeah.
He seems deeply unhealthy.
Yeah, and then Snoop Dogg defeats The Miz with the people's elbow.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
The way he did it is so fucking funny. He does this weird, I've watched it so many times last day. He does this weird little stomp.
Yep.
He reaches for one elbow pad, realizes he realizes just then that he's not wearing an elbow pad. You think he would know that. Reaches for the other one. No, I don't have one there. I'll throw my expensive ass sunglasses into the crowd. Do a motion I've never seen The Rock do with his arms. And then he like ran to the ropes and he did this weird, like Aleister Black entrance, like against the ropes and goes back against the other in no hurry.
No.
And then here's the thing, it turns out a wrestling move will look brutal if you just do it for real. He just jumped and landed on the Miz as hard as possible.
It was great. I loved every second of it.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I feel like The Miz is going to wind up on a Snoop album somehow.
Oh,
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till the first interview where like Miz gets to talk about that.
Yeah.
What a pro. He's just, everyone had to improvise. The ref told Snoop to do the people's elbow. Snoop's fucking face when he's doing it is so fucking funny. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And Shane he jumps immediately. I like frame by frame of this thing. I was like, is it both quads? Is it the same way? It's his left leg both times. He jumps and then he does this weird little spin and then tries to get
And it's like tilts over,
I just like how is there something in the McMahon genetics?
There's something in there.
Well, I mean,
I think Vince blew out his quads so bad that it reverberated through time until this moment.
Yeah, it will go down through generations.
I hope
all three of Shane's kids, they'll just be at recess one day.
Just randomly throughout their lives, and it all like went back to them.
they're not going to be in the business. They're just like one's going to own like a dry cleaning service and like 52. Stephanie, please watch out.
It was already one of the most legendary things ever when Vince did it, and like this is at WrestleMania on the biggest stage after a comeback after a year and a half, and he immediately does this. Oh god damn
It was beautiful.
It was so good.
Somehow, I feel like nature is healing. God, I'm gonna go watch that.
Me too.
Please do, yes.
I just saw Snoop Dogg doing that, like let that.
Snoop Dogg, he probably was watching Tar.
Oh sure, yeah.
He got really into that.
The Lydia Tar's people's elbow.
I would watch Tar with Snoop Dogg. Commentary. Next, we have Edge versus the Demon Finn Balor in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I like both of these dudes.
They're both very talented dudes, but
Yeah.
like I could tell as soon as they started going the approach with the things of like spooky fucking candle promos and dark demons. It's just like it just feels very silly.
Yeah.
Like they both treat it very seriously and everything, and they're trying, but like it just seems kind of stupid sometimes. And like the match was fine. I don't know if you guys how much this came across on TV, but Finn got fucked up. So he got hit.
Oh, the ladder, yeah.
Yeah, so he got hit with the ladder, giant gash on his head. So there's a point in the match where Edge is like taking a long time setting up the ladder and going around and like taking stuff from under the ring because Finn, he goes down. All of a sudden, I see people like there's a huge commotion. People are running back and they're like signaling for something for the people near the hard cam. And they hand them this like red pillow-looking thing I had never seen before. I was like, what the fuck is that? I threw it to them and they ran it over to Finn. They fucking stapled him up right there. It was a full like suture kit. And they like so he's just laying there. He's like, there's pictures of him getting his fucking head stapled to get back in the match.
Jeez.
But there was a lot of chaos around that, a lot of uncertainty. And I don't know if they avoided it on TV, but like Finn got fucked on that.
Damn.
Yeah.
What?
So and Brood Edge is look, we all remember the Brood theme. It was cool. They spit blood. We don't need to like give it this reverence of like to say
No,
they never called it
disagree.
Brood Edge. You're into it.
I disagree. I use the Brood theme for every creator wrestler I had.
But they didn't use the Brood theme. They used Slayer.
Oh.
Like, and they said Brood Edge on the Tron, which no one ever said the phrase Brood Edge in WWE. And like, look, the entrance thing looked cool and everything, but like, I don't know. It was kind of stupid to me.
Edge is a great singles performer. He's definitely cemented himself as that. I don't know why I was hoping Christian would show up. I know he wouldn't.
I was wondering if Gangrel would. Gangrel was in my hotel. And I was like, I wonder if he's in town. I was just getting that rest.
You just banging and banging out here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this one didn't really do it for me.
I mean, like, Edge is like, this is his what? Not a retirement tour, but like his.
I mean, it's his like kind of comeback slash. I mean, he's been pretty open about like I don't have so many left in me,
Yeah.
I haven't. I like wacky, silly Edge or like
Me too.
shithead right there, superstar Edge a lot more than I like Pearl Jam, old man Edge. You know, like it's just kind of I don't know. It doesn't do it for me.
I would like it if him and Christian were able to go for the tag titles just one more time.
That'd be cool. If you could start wearing the stupid glasses that go up over the top of your head, break out the kazoos. Yeah.
Just do 5-second
poses.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just one more time.
Yeah, I'm into that. And then they have a live sex celebration in the ring.
Yes.
Yes. Play the hits.
With each other.
Exactly. Yes.
It's a new world. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
2023 now.
Yeah.
All right, boys. We finally got here. The main event of night 2, arguably the main event of all of WrestleMania. We have, for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes.
Again, I'll say, up to this point, everything was really predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I thought they would have. I thought Finn Balor would have won.
Sure.
The hell
That would have been probably the smart play there. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Finn's got a lot more head than Edge does. Yeah.
Yeah.
The presentation was incredible. Like
Yeah.
Cody's entrance, the like gravitas of the whole situation, the build was very, very good. Both played their roles perfectly.
Yeah.
I thought the match itself was really, really good.
Me too.
It's exactly just big time, long, dramatic, epic main event. All that was great. And when they went to the end sequence, especially when Cody starts hitting, like he's doing the multiple crossroads and stuff, I'm like, oh, this is it. The crowd, you could just feel. At this point, I moved from the press suite and I went down like at ringside, and like you could just feel that whole 80,000 people just rising. The moment's coming. The moment's coming. The moment's coming. And then and it's like, oh god. And then the spear hits, and everyone's like, no, this isn't really gonna happen, right? And then it happens. And I might be in the minority here. I did not mind it at all.
I didn't mind it.
I didn't mind it.
People are furious about the
So
storyline.
mad.
They were furious in the arena.
Yeah.
It seems like the overwhelming opinion is that how did they blow this so hard? How did they fuck this thing up? And like, I get it. Sometimes the obvious story is the right one.
Yeah,
You know?
totally.
And like,
If it did happen, if Cody would have won, I would have been really excited. That would have been really cool.
yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind this at all, actually.
And-
Not even a little bit.
And I like being surprised. I like the fact that we have such a dominant champion that's been champion for several years. I'm not tired of it. I like, look, a big.
There's more they can do.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, the dissension within the ranks. We've already seen that with like the Usos are kind of being shut out.
Exactly. Like it's more interesting if he has the belt when that happens.
Yes.
It's like They could have had this where the bloodline's falling apart. When he does it with the belt, it's like, yeah, of course it's falling apart.
Yeah.
Nope, he's still on top and it's falling apart.
Is he getting paranoid that his empire's
Exactly.
crumbling?
Is he going to start bringing in people who aren't really family? Is this this is the new bloodline, and now that really puts the Usos in a weird position, and now the Usos are there's so much they can do. And Cody doesn't have to go away.
No, Cody's going to keep doing Cody stuff, and it's going to be fascinating. I'm already very excited about Cody versus Brock.
Yes.
And Roman is just operating like the God mode stuff or whatever. Like,
Sure.
We have not seen, I have not seen this type of character in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Of the incredibly dominant, invincible, always finds a way to win, multi-year champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And you just look at Roman's performance since, he came back from the pandemic, the SummerSlam, you never saw it coming or whatever. It has been so. I'll tell you something. This is a little behind the scenes. So when I was working,
Hold that thought. I'm going to change this battery.
Yeah.
All right. Inside baseball, Dan, you were saying.
Yeah. So a little inside baseball here. I was working at WWE at the time, and we wouldn't always hear stuff ahead of time.
Sure.
They keep a lot of things secret, but I don't know why. I think it's because we were trying to arrange for we'd get the first interview with Roman after this thing. And my boss was in the creative meetings and stuff like that. And she came to me, she's like, hey, Roman's going to be coming back at SummerSlam as a heel with Paul Heyman. And I remember hearing all that, I'm like, wait, coming back as a heel with Paul Heyman? Like how is this, what's the justification? This seems so random. It seems like some WWE 2K universe mode thing or something. And it's like, I was very skeptical when I heard that. And it started out, and I was like, okay, I'm curious, and then they kept adding layers to it, and starting to do this stuff with the Usos, and it's like, okay, this is working, and then it goes into full, mob, this family, and then the Solo worked, and then the Sammy stuff was completely unexpected, and, it somehow just kept getting better and better, and I was so skeptical, but they were all in on this idea, and it has paid off, and Roman as a performer, and everyone around him,
Yes.
is playing their role. Solo's really, he's green as, he's super fucking green.
Yeah.
He's so good at just being that heater, just sitting there super stoic and coming in. Dude, everyone in that bloodline is
Fire off all cylinders.
Yeah, and I want to see more of it. And I kind of feel like when Roman loses eventually, he's going to be gone for a while.
Yeah.
And he's just so fucking good right now. Even the crowd interaction stuff, if you saw him pointing out the person smoking weed in the crowd, was so fucking funny. He's funny, he's intense, he's scary. When he does the press conferences and stuff, it's so believable. It's just so fun. And it is kind of the character now, from all accounts, is closer to who Roman actually is. He's not the smiling white meat baby face. He's a guy who's jacked and really fucking good at what he does and has always been dominant and the best and he knows it. He's not a cocky shithead or anything like that, but he knows he's fucking good, and that's why when you see him talk like this in promos and press conferences, it feels so believable, and I love this character. I could do another year of this. I do more.
Yeah, it continues to spin gold. Like you said, everyone that sort of touches it gets lifted up to that level. Nothing's bringing him down. He's bringing everything else up. I kind of don't see how you do abandon it now, or begin deconstructing it now. I think, not to let it fizzle out, but I do not think it's under any threat of fizzling out.
No, it's the opposite of a Bray Wyatt situation.
Yeah.
Everyone that gets in a feud with Bray Wyatt comes out looking stupid.
Yeah.
No one gains anything, including Bray.
The pitch black, the Mountain Dew.
That's our high point.
Yeah.
Right.
But look at everyone who's been a serious part of this Roman story, both on his side and opponents. It always results in killer matches, great builds. I mean, it has made Sammy and Kevin even more than they were already made.
Yep.
It's I don't think you need to end it right now.
No.
And like you said, Cody's going to be around. Cody's a younger guy. He's already extremely good. There's a million different feuds we can see that aren't for the belt. It'll make that moment mean so much more if he does it at Mania. I don't know. Everyone's acting like this is the death of WWE. Or how do they? I'm done being. I've seen so many people be I'm done being a fan. I've really enjoyed this last couple of years, but I can't keep watching. It's look, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes you don't get what you want in terms of a storyline. Sometimes the good guy loses. Sometimes there's a sad ending.
And the thing is, this could be done so much poorly. This could be an actual reign of terror that is not enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, people didn't like watching Triple H just win in boring feuds that only elevated him. This is not that.
No, this isn't like watching 2010s TNA where it's Eric Bischoff and fucking Hulk Hogan running the ship all over again. Like this is
there's thought behind this.
This is a compelling villain, and you see the cracks in the armor forming and solidifying.
Right.
And I want to see that. I want to see
that is so interesting.
Let's see it, you know. And I really hope. Look, I know there's new creative, possibly in a new old regime or whatever going on.
Sure.
But you do have to remember that like all of this did start underneath like. The bulk of it was underneath Vince's script, and that is not crediting Vince. But at least he is willing to go with what creative. Like, look, there are a lot more writers that are dedicated to just Roman and the Bloodline story that there are like the rest of the show, and I don't see that changing. You know, this isn't just Vince is not booking all of this.
Right.
You know, he's approving it, of course, but he's obviously behind it too. I mean, he would just put Roman in every fucking WrestleMania. Obviously, Vince likes Roman. I don't think we're in a risk of this. Like,
I'm pretty sure he likes him.
Yeah. Here's the only risk that I'm worried about. Is he's gotten hurt a few times. You know, I mean, obviously he's had leukemia. He had a hernia. He has been hurt numerous times to the point where he's going to give up the belt several times. That would be such a fizzle out thing if he had to. If he got hurt. I mean, granted, he's not working the house show loops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, but anyone can get hurt.
That's true.
And at this point, I mean, if let's say he tore something or broke something, and they said, "Oh, it's going to be 6 to 8 months," I always think at this point they're so invested. They find some bullshit reason to just like, we're not going to strip him the title. You know, he's still the champ. Yeah. Have him show up and cut promos or something. You know, like I hope it ends with something that matters.
Agreed.
Yeah. What that is, I still can't see.
Bianca Belair.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I wouldn't mind.
I feel like they could even circle back to the rest of the roster at this point and like. Instead of people challenging Roman is now challenging these other people. It's like, you think you can step to me? You think you're on my level?
Or take this burden off me. I think he said in the press conference, like, I'm begging. Who is the guy? Take this off me. Do it. Take this burden off. Like,
good.
It's awesome.
Know, because like you're right. The way that Roman has been able to elevate people in that they suddenly matter. I feel like he could probably take someone much lower on the card and make them matter. Like he could take a great performer like Mustafa Ali and push him into the main event.
Yeah,
and then absolutely destroy him.
Some like non-main pay-per-view or whatever. Give us a little month-long feud with him and LA Knight.
Yeah.
A guy who's over like that. See what happens. I mean, like, look, we know he's not going to win, but not every single pay-per-view or premium live event can be him against someone that could conceivably beat him. Give him some mid-carders. Elevate him. Put him in there with the best right now, you know?
Yeah. Put him with Otis.
Yeah, honestly, I would love to watch that.
Yeah, like you could even build up like a legend, right? Have them come back.
I'm done with Goldberg,
right? But like a different one, like if they wanted to go outside of the big like meaty archetype.
Rock is the one you got to think they're still going to try to do.
So what if they do bring The Rock back and it's a squash match?
Do that because. Do not have The Rock win. Yeah, it's like you don't need to elevate the fucking Rock. Right. He's gonna have to lose it the next month anyway because he doesn't have a schedule. But have him just do the Brock Cena thing, or even just like a shorter thing. It doesn't have to be 15 suplexes. Have him just spear the shit out of him. Well, I think people would be really pissed if they got a short match out of that, but have it be a dominant match.
Yeah. Like it. The Rock starts doing his whole thing. He goes for the people's elbow, and then he gets Samoan spiked. I would love for Rikishi to come in and get absolutely obliterated by Roman.
Get some color. You know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Like there's so many different avenues, and I understand people are upset. Like I get it. We all want it, but folks wanted to see the face walk away. They wanted a happy ending.
Yeah. And I'm not going to tell anyone that their opinion's wrong. If they're mad about it, they're mad about it. But I'm just saying myself, I like this storyline so much, and it's unlike anything I've ever seen in wrestling. And look, give me more of it.
It's not to elevate the bloodline more than it is, but it is a fantastic story in wrestling. But it feels like I don't know, like watching Breaking Bad, where you don't want Walter White is a bad guy.
Yeah.
He should not be continuing to get away with this shit. Mm-hmm. But I want to see him keep getting away with this shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That is a very good point. That's where I'm at with this too.
Yeah. And when do you ever compare wrestling storylines with like prestige television?
Right.
You know?
Ever.
Literally never.
No.
Never. The best of the best. Everyone, Attitude Era, Austin and Rock and all that. Look, they were two once-in-a-generation performers, and those matches were awesome. But remember the build? The story of that involved Deborah becoming The Rock's manager for WrestleMania X7.
Yep.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, this is all working, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god. That promo, that video package.
My way. Just cut out the part that's weirdly, the music drops out and they talk about Deborah for a little bit.
Yeah, you could put Roman with anyone. You could put Roman in like a handicap match versus the three of us, and he'd make us look strong.
Yep. I honestly was very excited to see that tag match that they was supposed to main event Raw. I was like, oh shit! I can't think of Brock Lesnar being in a tag match ever. I can't Can you think of Brock Lesnar being in a tag
I was
match?
actually when it came out, like, he's gonna be sitting over there asking for the tag.
Yeah, banging on the turnbuckle, doing taps and stuff.
Was he in a Survivor Series match?
Maybe at some point, like OVW, I think he fucking teamed with Shelton.
Yeah.
But, I mean, main roster Brock, I'm sure at some point between 02 and 04 when he was like full-time roster, maybe.
Sure.
But like, no, he's not that. So like, I was excited about that. That said, I mean, the moment when he turned on Cody and picked him up and stuff, I was like, oh shit! Like, it surprised me in a fun way. So.
Yeah.
But it sounds like we're in agreement, which is crazy because like every other person I've heard from has been like fucking.
Yeah, I tweeted like I kind of liked it, and Mike got real mad at me.
Oh, Mitch, of course. Well, Mitch is a mark.
Exactly.
So,
I told him that.
He works himself into a shoot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's WrestleMania, boys.
It was great. It was really, really great. It was, if you said it's the best WrestleMania ever, I couldn't even really argue it with you. You know, night one, I think definitely better.
Yeah.
Night two, yeah, like, I guess all of my favorite matches were on night one.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
the night two was serviceable, but night one was an all-timer.
Yeah. I feel like it didn't help that night two we're all waiting for the Roman match.
Yeah.
Like you, no matter what you position on the card, at this point it's like, all right, this is great. This is a good match. This is a good match. This is a good match. But when is Roman?
Right.
But that's the thing. Like, we're all thinking, when is Roman? So why would you take the title off of him?
Yeah.
I know there are people speculating that with this new merger that they want a more familiar face. But the thing is, it's like, you could totally market Cody Rhodes.
I don't know who's saying that. I haven't seen, but like, I'm guaranteed it's being said by people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Right? This is speculation based on no one knows shit about what the future under this merger is going to be.
No.
It just got fucking announced yesterday. I'm sure creative and who they're going to push or not push has not even been fucking talked about.
Right.
There's mountains of financial and business stuff they have to get through first. Like,
I need to see Roman Reigns spear Conor McGregor.
Sure.
Definitely.
I mean, like, we will probably see stuff like Crossroads. They're in the same fucking company. They're going to be co-workers. And like, look, they've done, a lot of people from the Ultimate Fighting world have come to
I think
WWE.
a lot more will. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you've had the things that don't work, like Cain Velasquez and stuff like that, but then you've got your Ken Shamrocks, you got your Matt Riddles, you got your Brock Lesnar was wrestling first, but you know what I mean? Like, those types, it can work, and I'm sure they're going to try a bunch of stuff that doesn't work and hit with some.
And like, you know, that pipeline is probably a much easier way to get into it. Like, a UFC career cannot be that long.
Oh, sure.
Right? And then
shoot
like,
fighting,
shoot fighting, and then, hey, like, I need something to fall back on. I could try and pick up wrestling, and maybe it'll stick.
Yeah, I mean, it has worked before for people. It's look, the industry has always been the thing that fascinated me the most, and just following the business, and like, this is uncharted territory.
Yeah.
And as a fan of just following this industry, I am fascinated at what comes next. I don't know. It could be bad. I can see a million different ways it could go bad. Vince is back at the helm. Vince is a problem.
Yes.
In a lot of ways.
Yes.
I have no idea how fucking UFC higher-ups are going to deal with anything, or this new company higher-ups. I don't know anything about Ari Emanuel or anything. Like, I don't know. The fact Vince McMahon's going to have a fucking boss. That's crazy to think about. Like, we are in uncharted territory.
And for as many people that are like doom, like just spelling doom with Vince McMahon back at the helm, me being one of those people, Vince now has to actually be accountable towards so many other different people now.
He can get fired now.
I didn't even think about that as a possibility.
Isn't that insane?
That's
like
wild.
That's crazy.
Huh.
And like, it sounds like so far they're gonna just let him do his thing and run it the way he sees fit, which it seems like he, if the Raw reports are, like, he wants to be back in Gorilla.
And not everyone who listens hears all like what are the rumors?
So it's not really rumors. I mean, enough people have substantiated
right.
it. So basically, Vince McMahon, as we're recording this, it's the day after Raw. He was in Gorilla. He had the headset on for most of the night. Was changing segments on the fly. He was like tearing up the script and that type of shit. Like the way things used to be before the Triple H takeover of creative.
Yeah.
So the worry is, and keep in mind, this was Monday night. Monday morning, Vince went live on CNBC and said, I can't be in the weeds on creative. That's not going to be me. Triple H is going to be in his role. He's going to be head of creative and stuff. That fucking night, Vince was running the show the way he always did.
Yeah.
You can't trust him. You cannot.
No.
And he can't help himself. He's back. He has the power. He's going to utilize it.
He's going to use it, yes.
Yeah. Remember when he fucking said he was just coming back when he first came back with the fucking succession coup or whatever?
Yeah.
He said, like, I'm just back to facilitate the sale. Well, the sale went through, and you're putting the headset on immediately. The day of the day.
That second, yes.
Like, this carny motherfucker, you cannot trust him.
No.
Right.
Not at all.
And I don't think you can get rid of him unless someone fires him. So.
Yeah, and I understand if morale was low. There were reports that a lot of talent were like, holy shit, we're back to where we used to be. And if I was a Johnny Gargano, a Bronson Reed.
Even Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai.
On the Mania card.
Yeah, there's a very real risk of big time releases, and I would be very scared if I was.
Yeah, of course.
Especially if I was a talent. And as a fan, I don't know. Is it going to go back to just Vince's creative is fucking bad?
Yeah. Yeah.
At least he's got a great sense of humor.
But he's a good guy.
Well, right, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Right. We're being way too hard on
Have
him.
you guys seen that mustache?
Oh my god. It's just it's that carny motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, it's the unfortunate thing is we're just going to have to wait and see.
And I'm excited. Hey, look, I've been watching wrestling for fucking 35 years, and for most of that time, for most of any episode of Raw during the best fucking years, it sucked. But it was fascinating.
Yeah.
So it's I am in for this ride. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm excited to see where the fuck it goes, even if it's a shit show.
And the thing is, the competition, they need it to be a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be able to capitalize off of this, right? Where, hey, AEW, they can fucking double down as much as they want and try and push the most athleticism or whatever, or step up their game in whatever they need to step up their game to try and be a contender. This is what they need,
They need a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
It's been rocky for them. There are question marks all over every part of this industry right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for us to predict how it's going to go, people saying oh, Vince is going to push this or the new company's going to push this, no one fucking knows.
Yeah.
You tell me one person this time last year who would predict how the last year is gone?
No one.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Rumors of Cody Rhodes joining the WWE again and then him main eventing Mania?
Yeah.
Unheard of.
Vince getting forced out and coming back and selling the company and the last year, you cannot predict anything in this industry, especially right now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to continue to be more curious as contracts expire.
Mm-hmm.
People ask for their own releases. People jumping ship either way.
Because you've seen every part of it now. You've seen when AEW was the hot new thing, everybody wanted out to go there.
Yeah.
And then there's a period where everyone's like, oh wait, Triple H is back, I kind of want to go there. And also AEW is not treating me right or whatever. And now we've seen stuff like a top star of AEW coming back to WWE and it's super working.
Yep.
So it's you had things like Kevin and Sammy and people think hell, why didn't they sign with AEW? And that turned out to be the good,
yeah,
dude, it's impossible to predict right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's over the weekend after that WrestleMania, I was like, hey, maybe Kenny Omega and WWE, and then you hear Vince is back, well, maybe not.
Yeah, sure.
But with everyone has a price.
Right.
Nothing, there's never say never in wrestling is a very real thing.
And
think of every never say never.
Yeah.
Oh, Bret Hart would never come back and shake Shawn Michaels' hand on Raw and hug Vince or whatever, Macho Man's never going in the Hall of Fame. Warrior and Bruno are never going in. Everything. I mean, I guess the big one. I guess it's the Duke Nukem Forever. It's never going to happen. It's probably Punk coming back to WWE.
right.
But even that, dude. If you told me in a year it's going to happen, I wouldn't predict it, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Like Jericho's been so outspoken that he's never coming back to the WWE. That fucker's 100%.
He will be back in the WWE before it's all said.
He's going to headline a Hall of Fame class.
Yep.
Oh, Punk?
No, Jericho.
Jericho.
Oh,
and then he'll hand over fist come back. Like,
Dude.
I love you, Vince.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Carny motherfuckers.
Yep.
Well, boys, our studio's about to close.
Real quick, you said you can't predict it, so make predictions. What's going to happen next?
There's the next year, we're going to see a bunch of weird experiments. Well, I think for the first 6 months, you're not going to see a lot because there's so much shit.
Right, exactly.
We don't even have a name for the new company. It's just going to be boring behind the scenes money stuff for 6 months. I think maybe between SummerSlam and Mania, you start seeing them try their first, like, oh, we brought this guy in from UFC, or we're having, like, WWE guys do walkouts for big UFC fights to, carry the flag or whatever. They've already done some stuff like that.
Didn't Big E, like,
he did a walkout at some point for something, So you'll see some of that. I mean, we'll learn the name of the company, but it's just like booking-wise and everything. I could see Roman taking it to Mania.
I do too.
I do think he probably loses it to Cody.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think that happens at SummerSlam or Mania.
Okay. I agree with this. I feel like the thing that needs to happen, Cody needs another person in his corner. Someone's contract is bound to end at AEW. Who does Cody need the most, and what does he begin his fucking theme song with? Wrestling has more than one royal family. He needs his brother back.
Yeah, I like that. That's fun.
And you get Dustin.
Retirement match.
You get Dustin not as Goldust, just as Dustin Rhodes coming out, cowboy getup. I know Dustin Rhodes is kind of a piece of poop, but like helping his brother, because I think that was the one thing that was missing.
It's like Unforgiven, Clint Eastwood, aging gunslinger goes out and puts his career on the line for his brother, Roman, and then Roman just like decimates him. Make it hotter against Roman and Cody.
Oh,
make more
God,
personal.
that's really good. Yeah,
we've already brought Dusty in by evoking his name a lot. Let's have him kill his fucking brother and end his career. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's more meat on the bone.
That climb for Cody at that point is so much more.
You put hard times on Cody Rhodes for a year by just doing terrible things to him over and over and over. Yeah,
and look at Cody talking about his favorite Rocky being Rocky 3, which I think a lot of cool people like Rocky movies and have seen them.
Yes,
and wouldn't brag about not seeing them.
No.
But okay, so look at first of all, Rocky 1. He took the champ to his limit but lost.
Yep.
2, he wins. Look at Rocky 3. The arc is you lose, and then you fucking the next year is his fucking Eye of the Tiger montage training, and then he comes back and gets it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see him on the shoulders going, "Hey, Brandy."
Who's he sprinting on the beach with? Who's his Apollo? QT Marshall.
I was gonna say maybe one of the Usos.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Okay.
I mean, ideally, yeah.
Yeah. Grubb predictions.
I was gonna say I think it still is gonna go to Cody. I think that is. When it was immediately over, I'm like, okay, yeah, they really are just gonna give him a really tough year, and it comes back next year. And then I go on, everyone's just like, well, he's gonna be released here next week, and they're gonna have him back in the Stardust stuff. I'm like, God, what? Why is everyone this pessimistic? I'm okay. It's wrestling. I get it. You're pessimistic. I think it's gonna be just Cody having a real good year of building it back up, and it's going to be. And then I just hope all the beats with the bloodline really hit, and they started off strong with that little bit with Paul Heyman lying to them right to their face in the hallway. That was really well done, and it's like if they could just sprinkle that sort of poison, that toxic atmosphere into that bloodline,
the distrust,
and and having Roman be afraid to deal with these things himself. That boiling and coming back against him. I want to see all that. So I predict that is where they're going.
And think too that now that this happened the way it did with Roman and Cody, the seed of doubt has been planted because everyone was so sure that it's the obvious story. Cody's going to win, and the rug got pulled out. Yep. So next time they do this again next year, it's it makes a lot of sense. Cody should win here, but it was pretty confident last year. That's fun.
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah. Wild card prediction: Bad Bunny holds the title.
Oh,
hell yeah!
Bad Bunny
Puerto Rico. I can't wait for the match in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
I thought about it. It's like, should I just go to Backlash in Puerto Rico? It would make more sense for me to go to WrestleMania in LA because it's a 6-hour drive for me. But maybe it makes more sense to take a 12-hour flight to Puerto Rico.
You'll never see a crowd like that ever. It's
That's a once in a lifetime type of thing. I'm gonna go buy an LWO shirt. I'm gonna say it's okay.
Yeah, dude.
I will not.
I got a lot of passes on it, but I'm still not sure I'm gonna be able to pull it off.
Yes.
Well, we need Rey Mysterio's actual blessing.
Sure.
Exactly.
If you hands me an LWO shirt,
Yeah.
I'll put it on.
Yeah, I got money, man. Of course. Yeah.
All right, boys. Thank you for joining me in the laundry studio. Nothing but the finest accoutrements here.
The ceiling's like falling.
Great hotel otherwise. That has been the Power Bombcast, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Ding, 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 ding.